Former Congressman Will Hurd is here, also part of the Never Trump Republican caucus running for president. It's good to see you, sir. It's been a long time. All right. Am I right that all of a sudden you and others who are sort of the anti-Trump Republicans are getting noticed and getting interest?
I don't think it's a new phenomenon. Here's the bottom line. We're 25 weeks out. This is a long way away. I was in New Hampshire earlier last weekend I was block walking, and somebody asked me, is Donald Trump running for re-election? Not everybody is doom scrolling on social media or consuming political news. The reality is when you look across America, there are more people that want someone other than Donald Trump or Joe Biden. That's where the real opportunity and where the majority of Americans are. And people want someone who's articulating a vision for the future. Even folks that like Donald Trump, that have voted for him the last 2 times, they recognize that all this legal baggage is having a problem. Folks that look at Joe Biden and the problem he has with Hunter Biden, and they realize
fair enough. Look, no, you're not going to get any argument from me.
Case, we need somebody else.
Yeah. No, you're not going to get any argument from me in a country of 330 million people that we can't find 2 people better than Donald Trump and Joe Biden, both either over 80 or nearing 80, and with their own significant issues that have been exposed to run this country. But this would be my question. We look at the polling, especially in New Hampshire, and that's where people pay more attention, just like in Iowa. All right, Trump 49, Christie 9, DeSantis 8, Scott 8. Burgum 4, Haley 4, Ramaswamy 3, Johnson 2, Pence 1, Hurd 1, undecided 13%. You combine everybody but Donald Trump into one candidate, and you could have a real race, and you could have a real conversation, and you could really focus the spotlight on the issues that you just talked about as it relates to Donald Trump. For all those people like yourself who say Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy, I'm not going to argue one way or the other. Wouldn't it be a lot easier to beat him if you all just got behind one of you rather than kept splitting the vote?
Sure, and look, I think Governor Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, said it best, that when it comes to winter, if there's not a pathway to victory, then people need to start consolidating. And I think that's absolutely right. The reality, though, is, the Republican Party, we should have a competition of ideas, and we should have these debates. This is why we're having the first debate next week on the 23rd in Milwaukee. But I think that you're right, that logic makes sense. Getting a little bit closer to election time when people are starting to pay attention. Most people right now are just coming back and having their kids go back to school, getting off the summer break.
Hold on, I want to get one.
Not first.
I get that idea. I also understand the idea that just by sort of the sheer din of dilution, okay, the sooner it becomes a one-on-one race in any situation, the more likely it is that Trump isn't the inevitable nominee. It's just math and sort of the reality of American politics, is it not?
Well, come on, Leland. We've you said it in the lead up. We should learn that polling. We learned back in 2016, polling is only a snapshot in time. These are the same arguments people were making 2 weeks ago before Ohio, before that ballot initiative, when folks said it was going to pass in a very narrow margin, and that that this was something that was going to pass by, it was like 42.1% to 41%, and end up getting beat by 18%. These are the same people that said in 2022 that Kevin McCarthy was going to have a 30 to 35 majority vote the weekend before the actual election, and we know it ended up 5. And these are also the same pollsters that said a black Republican in a 72% Latino district didn't have a chance.
No, it's an excellent point. If polls really worked well, then we wouldn't have to have elections and go through this all the time. Congressman, it's good to see you. You're welcome on the program anytime, especially here in D.C. It's good to see you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.